about to tell you a little story. This is about the moment that I actually fell in love with Sydney. So this is my third time in Sydney in over 4 years, and I absolutely love it in Sydney. It's big, there's things happening, it's amazing. It's such a busy, ongoing place for like young business people. It's awesome, I love it. But it wasn't always like that. At one point in my life, I'd never even given Sydney a single thought. But there was a single moment that happened so perfect that made my heart skip a beat. And that was the special moment of when I fell in love with Sydney. Now, being from Perth, which is a small city, I'd always dreamed of living in a big city doing business. This was back way before I even started video. So 4 years ago is actually when I started my entrepreneurship journey, when I bought a ticket to a 3-day seminar, which was in Sydney. And literally before that, I'd never even given Sydney a single thought, never even thought about anything about it, and I was just going there for the seminar. So get this, I arrive in Sydney and I basically have one spare day before the event to do whatever the hell I wanted to do. So of course I was like, all right, let's go to the city, check it out, check out this bridge everyone's been talking so much about, yada, yada, yada. And this is where the story turns. So now, as a young 19-year-old getting on the train, this next decision I had to make was pretty huge and I didn't even know it. So when you walk in, there was 2 sides you could sit on, left or right. So a 50-50 choice came up, which turned out to be a very important choice that I would find out moments later. And by sheer chance, I just happened to sit on the left side. So there I am, sitting on the train, and all of a sudden it goes dark, like we go through a tunnel. And the funny thing is, you know, they say love always comes when you least expect it, because I least did not expect anything at all. So there I am, just sitting there, literally staring at my own reflection in the glass. And then all of a sudden, and there she is. The harbour, the bridge, the Opera House, the city, the shopping, the people. It was all a hit straight into my vein, and I was hooked instantly. But just that moment of sitting there, you know, just not thinking anything, staring into like pitch black at a reflection of yourself, and then just seeing this beautiful light come through of the bridge and the harbour and Sydney itself just showing itself to you. That was a really special moment, and it really did make my heart skip a beat. It was just so unexpected, I've never even thought about it, and it was just one of the most amazing moments I ever experienced, just seeing that, falling in love with a place like that. So Sydney went from being a place I'd never even given 2 thoughts to now being one of my favourite places. And I think there's a very important lesson in that. When you have low expectations or no expectations, you can only ever be impressed. And there's a quote by a man named Tom Magliozzi, which is, happiness equals reality minus expectations. Now let's break that down for a second. Imagine for years I built up the hype. Man, I can't wait to see the bridge, it's gonna be amazing, blah, blah, blah. Building up all this energy and all this hype. When you see it and if it doesn't meet your expectations by a tiny bit, you're let down and you're disappointed and you're not impressed, and it really weighs on your emotions. The reason why I fell in love with Sydney and the reason why this story had such a huge impact is because I expected nothing. I had no expectations. I had no previous thought about the city or the place or anything about it. Now, I'm not saying we'd be naive or never get excited over things. What I'm saying is, don't attach too much of the outcome to the experience. Because when you go to locations, events, even your relationships, when you meet people and you expect things from them, and if it doesn't meet that a tiny bit, you're always going to be let down in life. And this doesn't mean to be pessimistic, to not expect good things for yourself. It just means let's accept reality and just enjoy the moment and enjoy what is. And with that, you can really be happy with life and be in the moment and enjoy these special moments that we have. Because every moment is special. If I had all the hype about Sydney, I wouldn't have fallen in love with it in that moment, the way it happened. So once you remove your expectations on things, then you can just be happy with what is. And you can enjoy every single moment as it comes.